my words right here. Okay, honey?
Okay.
And you will read the Chalice words, and Tabor and I will just get them together.
I think it's easier on y'all.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Do you know our names? You're amazing. Thank you.
it's really similar to a bagpipe in that it uses air to make the sound. So you pump this side and it creates excuse me. You pump this side and it sucks air in from here. And then on the other side, you want to come around and see, there are these places where there are reeds inside that vibrate, yeah, and the sound will come out of here. And this instrument is really simple. It's adjust for these drums. So I can't like on the keyboard, I can't just like play a bunch of different stuff, right? But certain sounds will come out of here. And I just pump and this is called a shruti box. SHRUTI. But it works a lot with bagpipes. That's nice. You're right on there. What's your name? Ella? Elliot.
I tweaked it even this morning, so what you printed is absolutely
Yeah, I printed it. See, and like I like to have all my stuff on here so that I'm not trying to invent like my it was too long. It was like I can't put that whole thing. But I do like to have everything in place here. It is so funny too when you think about how simple it used to be like before the pandemic when we would just come in here and do
I
it.
know. It really forces you to listen to architecture for a while.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I like to be like it makes me feel better. You know, and we need it to like so the chalice lighting, Susan is going to stand up. So after the...
So Amy and Taylor Glenn. His last name is Glenn too.
Okay. Okay.
So this says Amy Glenn.
Oh.
You can say Amy Glenn and her son Taylor. That's fine.
Yeah, and so there's going to be a song, a prelude. It's going to be, and then Susan will get up to say the chalice lighting.
And then when do I
For the story is right after the first hymn. Yeah.
And will you call me or should I just
You can just come on up and like if it seems like maybe you didn't know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's quite possible that nobody told Amy what time of year for rehearsal.
Oh, I told her.
What's the routine for police members like society?
I think it's like Wednesday. Yeah, I'll double check, but yeah, I think it's Wednesdays.
You can go through all this. The new version is also
Yeah. Well, I think there's like a lot of stuff that like versions that teams used to do, like the stuff that we were doing, is like tidying up the sanctuary. Yeah, like and nobody's told them that they're supposed to be doing that. And so it's a lot of that stuff will get figured out when audit starts.
Right. It's your first Sunday in August.
Her first Sunday is in August. I'm sure.
27. It's not right at the beginning.
Yeah, no, it's so yeah.
What
So
have you heard from her? Is she like maybe for a house?
I haven't seen. I mean, I saw her. I spent a bunch of time with her during Canada Youth Week, and then I haven't had a chance. Like, I'll have like a one-on-one with her at some point in the next couple months, probably. But I know that they were looking at trying to help her move into the house that Kathy was moving out of because it's a rental, and so yeah. So I think they're trying to make that happen.
As it should.
Yeah, that would be a nice, easy transition. It's time. Do you want me to hit the? Give it a.
Good morning. We're glad you're here, congregant or visitor. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, whomever you love, wherever you are on your journey, however you identify, you are welcome in our faith community. If you're visiting in the sanctuary, welcome. If you're visiting online, we invite you to introduce yourselves. Oh, that's coming later. Tell us where you are, where you're watching. We're glad you're here. We're grateful for the presence of guest musician and songwriter Sarah Lynch Thomason, our storyteller Amy Glenn, and our tech staff Simon Jacobs. Yes. Now let us prepare for worship with today's centering music.
So I'm going to sing a song for you from the Shaker faith. In Shaker traditions, the God is often referred to in the feminine aspect as God the Mother. So this song is about being found and held by God, by the Mother. And I welcome you to close your eyes, find a place of rest in yourself. I'll sing this 3 times through, and today I'm playing on the Shruti box. This is an instrument from subcontinental India. It's used in a lot of different Indian traditional classical music genres. So here we go. This is Lay Me Low. Lay me low, lay me low, lay me hold me, where mother can bless me, lay me low, lay me low, lay me low, where mother can find me, where mother can hold me, where mother can bless me. Feel free to join in a little this last time if you want. Lay me low, lay me low, lay me low, where mother can find me, where mother can hold me, where mother can bless me.
All right, let us light our chalice with Amy Glenn and her son Tabor Glenn. We light this chalice for mothers and mothering to celebrate those who have taken on the task of nurturing a young one, a baby, a child, a youth, into adulthood. To celebrate those who have nourished the light of truth and compassion in growing minds and hearts. To celebrate those who have committed time, treasure, and energy to the growth of others in the world. We light this chalice to celebrate and hold dear this flame of love.
Good morning. I'm Kim Collins. I'm your little lifespan religious educator here at UU Asheville. And our call to worship this morning is from Norman V. Naylor. Do not leave your cares at the door. Do not leave your pain, your sorrow, your joys. Bring them with you into this place of acceptance and forgiveness. Place them on the common altar of life and offer them to the possibility of your worship. Come then and offer yourself to potential transformation by the creative process that flows through you and all life. Amen. And now we'll have our first hymn, so please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing this African American church and work song.
All right, you know what? Okay, so we're going to learn a call and response song together. This is a song that's been in African American church and work traditions for hundreds of years. And at the time this song was recorded, the way I learned it, it was being sung in an oyster shucking house in 1979. Sung by a man named Reverend Timothy Hayes and many other black workers who had been up since 3 a.m. shucking oysters, standing on concrete floors. And so in this song, you're going to be singing
The little girl in this picture is named Ellen McDonald. She was born in Logan, Utah in September 1920. Her mom was a teacher, her dad was a farmer, and when I look at this photo, I notice her ringlets and her gentle expression. Now this is Ellen when she grew up and decided to marry. She was 22 years old. She worked as a nurse, and she married a dentist. Her husband, Bill, served for 4 years in the U.S. Army as a commanding officer in Italy during World War II. When I look at this photo, again, I notice the curls in her hair and her gentle expression. Now, this is how I remember Ellen and Bill, though I didn't call them Ellen and Bill. I called them Grandma and Grandpa. And notice she still has curls in her hair, her gentle smile. My grandma was one of the most gentle people I've ever known. Now let's go back to a time when Ellen and Bill were parents of 6 small children. Yes, 6. And they were all under the age of 6. They were featured on the cover of the Chicago Tribune in 1950, celebrating her 4th pregnancy, the healthy birth of triplets. And later, Ellen and Bill would add one more baby to the mix, my amazing Aunt Louise. On their gravestone today, it reads the names of their lucky 7. Here, her gentleness looks pretty tired and courageous to me. By the way, my dad is one of the triplets. Here are the triplets growing up. The boys, Walter, my dad, and Wesley are identical twins with dark hair and brown eyes. They used to like to dress up like each other and switch classes at school to see if their friends and teachers would notice. The girl has blonde hair and blue eyes. She is my Aunt Willie. My dad grew up and married when he was in his early 20s, and the lady with curls in this picture and a loving smile is my mom. The little girl with really big cheeks in that red shirt, well, that's me. I was the first of my parents' 7, their own lucky 7. I grew up and became a teacher like my great-grandma. I also became a mom, though not of 7. And here I am when I embarked on my journey into motherhood. This picture is for the grounds of sculpture in Hamilton, New Jersey. Like my grandpa, I like to travel a lot, though not because of war. I traveled as a teacher. I spent a year teaching abroad in Bogota, Colombia, while pregnant. And on Sundays, groups of people in Bogota get together to dance and exercise outside. I was biking one Sunday and saw this happy, dancing crowd, and I decided to join them for fun, pregnant and all. I'm in the green sweatshirt there with the big belly. And this is my belly stretched while pregnant with 1 baby. And I can't imagine how much my grandmother's belly stretched while pregnant with 3. I thought of her a lot while walking through the fields during those days right before birth. I found strength in her gentleness and courage. And here he is, my son. This was just a few days after birth. I can see the wonder and transformation in my eyes. For me, early motherhood was beautiful. It was an in-between place where all the love and the power of generations were so vivid. I realized just how much love connects the generations, the day I looked into my son's eyes for the first time. So my son Tabor, who is here with me now, we like to travel a lot, and we still travel together. Well, he never met his great-grandma Ellen. In this life, he was able to meet his great-grandpa Bill on one of our trips to Utah. And here's a picture of 4 generations. I had shorter and darker hair then, and Tabor was also shorter. My grandpa was still alive, and my dad is wearing a hospital gown because he was not feeling well, which is why Tabor and I flew out to see him. This was in Utah. This is from 2015. I love this picture of 4 generations laughing, connecting. I also love this picture, even though it brings tears. I believe it would have made my grandma Ellen feel deep appreciation and love. This is Bill, her husband, the dentist who served in World War II, and he's dying. He is surrounded by all 7 of their children. Ellen had died a few years earlier, also surrounded by their lucky 7. And this is the last picture of my talk today, on Mother's Day. This picture by the late Argentinian artist Jairo ties it all together. Take a moment and look at it carefully. To me, this painting speaks of birth, breath, and death. It connects that little girl with ringlets in Logan, Utah, to an 11-year-old boy who's right here as part of our community. And for me, it speaks to the heart of Mother's Day, those who mother us across generations, those who are gentle and courageous.
Thank you both. That was beautiful. Now, children and youth, we invite you to religious exploration. At this time, you can meet your group leaders in the foyer or in Sandberg Hall and go to classes together. Look for the adults holding a sign with your grade level to find your group. Parents, if you're new or visiting today, please escort your children to their class to meet the group leaders and find out where to pick up your child after worship. And we will sing you out. As you go, may joy surround you. As you go, go in peace. Know our love is with you always. As you go, as you go. Go, may joy surround you. As you
Our love is with you always, as you go, as you go. Our centering words today are from Leslie Takahashi. All that we have ever loved and all that we have ever been stands with us on the brink of all that we aspire to create. A deeper peace, a larger love, a more embracing hope, a deeper joy in this life we share. In the center of our service and in the center of our lives, let us pause to honor the silences of the world. Let us open our hearts to the silent prayer for the healing of pain, that place of quiet and the soft, gentle coming of love. Let us share a moment of silence.
Well, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, biological or chosen mothers. It's a day that began not as a Hallmark card celebration, but rather with Boston reformer Julia Ward Howe, who sought to bring women together to end war for all time in the 1870s. And we can put this other picture up, Simon, whenever you're ready. If you've been part of this congregation for a little while, you probably already know my mother, Anne McClellan. It's another 4 generations image here. Anne doesn't really seek to stand in a pulpit and offer deep words of inspiration for wisdom suitable for a Sunday service. As Joy McConnell once put it, she's one of the essential church ladies of both sexes that every congregation needs to sustain key elements of a functioning organization. Is someone sanitizing the dish towels? Are the kids' story baskets complete? Are there compelling descriptions of items in the auction? Are we composting all that we could be? Let me give you a little more on her, though, because there's definitely more to this story, our story. Anne McClellan became my mom at the tender age of 21, and she was single by 23. Being resourceful, highly practical, creative, and having a very solid mother behind her, she powered through and created a good life for us. Having established her career as a research librarian at a public university, her native helper was in full force by the time I was in elementary school. During those years, she mentored a young mother who was an addict, a woman with 3 children. She worked to elect progressives to local government, and she helped give birth to the popular Open Classrooms program in Ann Arbor, of which I was a beneficiary. When I became a mother here in Asheville, we had twins in 2002, my mother convinced her new partner to leave our native Michigan and join us in North Carolina, a move that eased my transition to motherhood considerably and gave our girls the nurturing grandma relationship that I had enjoyed with her mom. So here we are, all 4 generations. This picture was taken just a few months before my grandmother, Chloe West, died at age 91. My mother draws from a very deep well of love and understanding of what needs to be done to make most everything better. And on Mother's Day, it's an honor to lift her up in gratitude for the kind of mother she has been. We don't all get to experience a great relationship with our mothers. And so it is my wish for you this week, may you feel the presence of at least one such loving guardian walking this life with you.
Now is the time for acknowledging our joys or sorrows with a candle lighting ritual. If you're in the sanctuary, please feel free to come forward to light a candle. If you are online, please write in the chat box any joys or sorrows that you would like to share with the congregation.
C'est aujourd'hui qu'en fête on prendrait bien un coup. C'est aujourd'hui qu'en fête on prendrait bien un coup. D'avoir une maîtresse qui bat sous son verre le soir et le matin. D'avoir une maîtresse qui bat sous son verre le soir et le matin. Elle en se promenerait avec ses légumes Et l'on se promenerait avec ses léconen. On s'assoit sur la bête pour écouter chanter la rossignol d'été. On s'assoit sur la bête pour écouter chanter la rossignol d'été. Ces jolis chants d'oiseaux nous invitaient la belle. Ces jolis chants d'oiseaux nous invitaient la belle. À parler des mortes, à l'ombre du helmo, n'y a rien d'aussi beau. À parler des mortes, à l'ombre du helmo, n'y a rien d'aussi beau. C'est agité qu'on fête, on prendrait bien un coup. C'est agité qu'on fête, on prendrait bien un coup. D'avoir une maîtresse qui bat du bon vin le soir et le matin. D'avoir une maîtresse qui bat du bon vin le soir et le matin. Et l'on se promenerait avec ses léconen. Et l'on se promenerait avec ses léconen. On s'assoit sur la bête pour écouter chanter la rossignol d'été. On s'assoit sur la bête pour écouter chanter la rossignol d'été.
If you have shared a joy, know that we rejoice with you. If you have shared a sorrow, know that you are held in love and care by this community. We light 2 final candles this morning, one for the joys of those online and not with us today, and another for their sorrows. May they too know they are held in love by this community. Are you guys ready to sing again? You ready to learn another song? Okay, so we're gonna learn this song right now, and then I'm gonna do a homily, and then we're gonna sing it again after that as an affirmation. Okay? Turn it over to Sam. Oh, please rise as you're willing.
Sure. Can y'all hear the shruti okay? Can you hear it? Yeah, okay. So, this is a song we're learning part of a song by a contemporary songwriter named Paul Barton. So I'm going to teach it to you line by line. So here's your first line. I am me. Try that. I am me. Wonderful. Here's your next line. I am courageous. I am courageous. Great. So we're going to put those two together. So I am me. I am courageous. Here we go. I am me. I am courageous. Beautiful. Here's our next line. I love. Let's try that. I more time. I love. All right, then our last line is, I am powerfully here. I am powerfully here. So here's our second half. Just listen once. I love. I am powerfully here. Let's do that. I love. I am powerfully here. Okay, let's put all that together. You've got this. You've got this. Everyone's backing you up. You have we're all in this together. I am me. I am courageous. I love. I am powerfully here. Beautiful. We're going to bring the Shruti. Sing that a few more times together. I am me. I am courageous. I love. I am powerfully here. Try closing your eyes this time. I am me. I am courageous. I love. I am powerfully here. Beautiful.
So first, I just want to also say Happy Mother's Day, especially to my mom, Jennifer Gorman, who is here today on Sunday with us. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, give her a round of applause. And I am so happy to be here with you this morning. I've been out the last 2 Sundays, but I am well. I'm on the road to recovery, so very happy. I just want to say that this was inspired by a woman named Tricia Hersey, and she's the founder of the NAP Ministry, and has written a book, and I think the title, I didn't write it down, is called Rest is Resistance. So she's been really inspiring for me. And when I was planning this service, I kept going back to what kind of mothers and parents we have to be in our current times, because things are complicated, and how do we balance the hard times with the soft, sweet times with our children. So my husband and I are news watchers. We put on the local news, usually around 5:30 or so, and we watch through when the national news ends at 7. And over the past few years, it has become harder and harder for me to watch the news every evening. When they show photos of children and adults who've been the victims of mass shootings, I have to turn it off. When they show videos of people being murdered by police over and over again, despite their own warning that it may be hard to watch, I have to turn it off. Those things are just too sad for me to bear on some nights. Other nights I get mad. I get mad when I see stories of men and women in positions of power who want to take away the rights of people with uteruses to make decisions about their own bodies. I get mad when the news is about creating laws to make it illegal for families to make their own health care decisions, or for drag queens to bring their beautiful diversity out in public, or when the laws are about limiting the truths that we teach children about in schools so as not to make white people feel bad. When crucial, essential books are being banned, I get mad about that sad stuff too. Not just in the shout at the TV way, but I get mad about local and state and national legislatures wasting time and money trying to make life more difficult for people who are already struggling. While I do not have children of my own, I am in the business of helping to raise children. All of the children of this congregation are also my children. And I know that if I'm tired, the moms and other parents and caregivers out there who have children at home that they are trying to nurture into strong, capable, responsible, and loving adults must be exhausted. How do we send our children to school and not spend the whole time worrying? How do we find the time to do the dishes while making sure to call our legislatures and to show up for the trans kids in our community? How do we fight for our children to have the same reproductive rights that we took for granted while making sure that the gas bill gets paid on time? I don't have the answers to these questions, but I do have some ideas. Like many of you, my life slowed down when COVID came. I spent much of that first summer in our garden, taking hours to pick each little beetle off of the green beans, which is just don't do it, it's impossible. Your first garden's gonna break your heart. Thinning carrot plants, looking for the giant zucchini that had managed to escape being harvested. Creating herb bouquets for friends that I only saw outside when we met to trade plants and vegetable starts. I know that life has sped back up for many of us, but I would urge you to try and reclaim some of that slowness. What if we made the same time for rest and for play that we make for meetings and dentist appointments? I can tell you that this place, the sanctuary and the other spaces here are made for rest and they're made for play. This place is made for support. This is the place that you can come to and sit down for an hour and just be. I will tell you, I am a lifelong UU, so I grew up UU, and I cannot tell you the number of times that I have come to church just to cry. This is the place that you can bring all of your sorrows and pain and joy to this place of forgiveness and acceptance. This place is also for doing that work. The work that dismantles the systems set by patriarchal white supremacy. The work that tells children and youth that they are welcome here, however they are. The work of sending postcards to voters, asking them to vote with their conscience and hearts. But we need the rest too. We need to intentionally make time for it. Instead of just trying to fit it into the small periods of time where we're not going 100 miles per hour to get everything done. We have been brainwashed into thinking that we must be productive at all times. It is not true, folks. It is okay to be unproductive. That we are not whole people if we can't get it all done with a smile. I'm like that too. My brain tells me that I am not good enough if my house isn't perfectly clean and if all my laundry is not folded. It is not, folks. There's a ton of it. It is not folded. How dare I sit down to snuggle with my dogs while watching something light and unserious while there are dirty dishes in my sink. But I'm fighting it, and I urge you to fight it too. I was sick with COVID for the second time in 4 months, 2 Sundays ago. That's why I wasn't here last Sunday also. And I can tell you that this was a big reminder from my body that rest is important, because both times I got it, I was running myself ragged up until the day I got sick. I slept, and I watched movies, and I just existed. Special thanks to my husband, Tony, for bringing me whatever I wanted to eat for 5 days. I know that I'm lucky to have a partner that held down the fort while I was recovering, but even that was uncomfortable for me. It was uncomfortable for me to let my husband be in charge of the dishes while I had a disease and was in bed. And then I also had a sciatica flare-up right after that, so my body was like, no, please sit down. So we went a few days this week with dirty dishes in the sink and on the counter because I couldn't physically do it all, and I refused to let my husband keep doing everything while I recovered. It bugged me, but it was okay. It was okay. The dishes got done, and I'm feeling so much better because I was able to let my body recover on its own time. I know that this is a privileged position, but I believe everyone is worthy of this, and that the work that we do here in this congregation, teaching about equity and kindness, will help make that possible for more people in the future. So I urge you to check in with each other, especially if you don't have children at home. Check on your parent friends. Find out what you can do. Help us build a beloved community of folks who take care of each other and make time for rest, so that we can do the hard work together to make this world a better place for future generations. And to close, I'm going to share these words from the Reverend Marcus Leifert, titled "Blessed Are the Makers." Oh, you who are makers, makers of beauty, of paintings and pottery and sculpture, blessed is the making. You who make with hands and hearts and minds, who make out of breath and bones and blood human lives, blessed are the makers. Blessed are those who make us laugh, who make jokes and faces and toys. Blessed are those who make messes, who make trouble and friends, and when needed, make up. Blessed are those who make do, who make it last, make it work, make beds, and make time for others. Blessed are those who make love, who make out, and make more, and make mistakes. Blessed are those who make coffee and tea, who make conversation, who make meaning in the face of tragedy, who make merriment and awaken joy. Blessed are those who make peace, for they shall inherit the earth. Thank you. Okay. I don't have my...
So we're going to return to our I am me.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah.
You go for it.
So you remember how it goes. Sounds like this. I am me. You can, yeah, stand up. So listen once. I'm doing it real little fast review. I am me. I am courageous. I love. I am powerfully here. Okay, got it. So I want you to close your eyes again. I want you to find that part of yourself that needs rest, that feels tender, that needs to be swaddled and held. I'm going to sing it a little quietly this time. You're going to sing to that part of yourself. Okay? I am me. I am courageous. Open your eyes and look at your neighbor and sing these words. I am me. I am courageous. I love. I am powerfully.
It's our practice to welcome visitors each Sunday so that we might connect with you a little more directly after the service in conversation, coffee in Sandberg Hall. Our ushers are gathering a mic or two to help us hear you. But if you're visiting today, we invite you to stand and tell us your name and where you're from. Is there anyone who would like to let us know that you are visiting with us today?
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. I'm Whoopi from Greenville, South Carolina. Thank you. God bless.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Linda Park. I live in Asheville, not for very long. I come from Chattanooga, where I was a UU there for many years. This is my friend Judy, who lives in Chattanooga.
Yes, we're here from the Unitarian Church in Chattanooga. Welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Camille Bork, and
John Bork.
And we're here visiting our granddaughter, Sky Bork. Hi. Sky graduated from Warren Wilson yesterday, and we're super proud of her.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Nathan Bruce Black here with my wife Amanda. We just moved to Asheville 2 weeks ago from San Diego and happy to be here.
Welcome.
Hi, we're the Smith family. This is Leroy Smith, Mary Smith, and Mariella. And we're coming from Augusta, Georgia, visiting our godparents/grandparents.
Welcome.
Okay, yeah. Hi, I'm Shoji, and I moved to North Carolina somewhat recently from Richmond, California.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Kayla Berg. We're from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and we are members of the Unitarian Church there. We're just visiting.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm Brian Costello, also from Baton Rouge.
Hi, I'm Erin. I am from Burlington, Vermont, where I'm also a member of the UU Church, and I'm here with two longtime friends from Connecticut, Bree and Catherine, and they are currently residing in Hillsborough, North Carolina.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Kathy, and came all the way from Hendersonville, North Carolina. I'm here with my daughter and her mother-in-law for Mother's Day.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Sharon Farmer, and I'm here with my son, who wanted me to come. I was a member of the UU Church in Morehead City a while back, so.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Carrie, and I live in South Asheville, and happy Mother's Day. I'm glad to be here. I'm with my new friends, and so...
I'm Deb, and I live in Weaverville right now, and this is my daughter, Sarah.
Welcome. Beautiful. Our announcements run as slides at the beginning of the service, and if you missed them, just refer to the Thursday weekly e-news, and everything is described there for you. Our community plate recipient this month is Pro-Choice North Carolina for Mother's Day. You can donate by check, put community plate in the memo line, please, and you can also donate online. Today's offering will now be collected and gratefully received. And if this is your first time here, please let the collection plate pass you by. Your presence is a gift to us, and this service is our gift to you.
Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Day is breaking in my soul. Oh, where are our dear mothers? Oh, where are our dear mothers? Oh, where are our dear mothers? Day is breaking in my soul. They are at the river singing. They are at the river singing. They are at the river singing.
breaking in my soul. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Bright morning stars are rising. Day is breaking in my soul.
For the gifts of your presence, your time, your treasure, we are grateful. Now we'd like to bring a little update. Will Jernigan is going to give us an update on the annual giving drive. Thank you, Will.
Good morning. Kim, glad you're feeling better. I just want to comment the piece that Amy did at the opening with the image of the baby being born and then eventually carrying the mother. That really hit home for me. Have you read the kid's book, I Love You Forever, I Love You for Always? Yeah, can't get through that one without crying. My goodness. So anyway, quick update from the annual giving drive. I'm going to actually improvise a little bit here, and this is a question not for the visitors. Who has already heard my latest update? Maybe you were here last Sunday, you got a letter in the mail. Hands up. Okay, great. I'm not going to repeat all that. I am going to give you the gist of this is kind of just a reminder. We have the annual giving drive. It's coming to a close. We've decided to extend it to this Thursday. We do have a fairly large deficit that we're looking at, but we're heading into that full of hope. We have a strategy in place. That strategy includes re-engaging our members as we reemerge from COVID. It includes growing our membership. It includes bringing joy back to giving and the process of giving, making it transformational. It includes being strategic about our assets, our campus, and letting those serve our mission best. Expanding the legacy circle, which is estate giving once you pass. So all sorts of things like that. It's a long-term strategy to get us to fiscal sustainability. That's such an interesting and exciting word, fiscal sustainability. Reality is it's going to take time, and so we've got a deficit heading into the year, but we're hopeful about that. And so the ask is that we're asking folks to stretch as you're able and really think about your pledge for the coming year, and to increase your pledge if you're able to do so. To do it by this Thursday, all you need to do is to email Tish Murphy. Contact info is on the website. With that, if you've already given what you can give, know that we are grateful for you and that we're one community together. That said, I wanted to offer this as an anecdote. This week I happened to come upon a video on YouTube, and it was, let me just lead with, I don't spend a lot of time surfing the internet. I've got a job and a family and all the things that Kim said, so I probably should spend more time surfing the internet and rest and relax. But I happened upon this video from this church of the song One Voice. You may be familiar with it. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of voices two, voices three, and this is the sound of all of us. Very pretty song. And it had been put together, and it was this congregation singing it. And it was probably from 8 or 10 years ago. And it had these images of the kids and the adults singing the song here as one congregation, this nurturing community, this spiritual home. And then it overlaid images of our folks out in the community at the time, 8 or 10 years ago, advocating for LGBTQ rights and voting against Amendment 1 that was at the North Carolina legislature and all these things. And it just hit home for me and made me nostalgic. And then I realized, wait a second, I wasn't even around then. This was before my family even joined UU. And to be honest, it was before we were aware of what UU was. And so that was one feeling. The other feeling it gave me was this feeling of hope, and that feeling of seeing what our church can do, both internally as a place that nurtures us and outwardly in its justice ministry. And I mean, we've named some of those things today: reproductive justice, racial justice, decentering whiteness, and all the things that lay ahead. So I just wanted to share that sort of hit home for me as a reinforcement of this feeling of hope. As we ask you to stretch and increase your pledge, know that we're heading into this year, this coming year, with this feeling of hope, and at the same time action, and recognizing our strategy is going to take time. So thank you for being part of the UU Asheville community, and in the spirit of Mother's Day, thank you for being what we do to nurture ourselves and nurture outwardly. Thank you.
I will say that we couldn't do a lot of this without Will. So our closing words this morning are from Cheryl Block. As we go forward into this frightening, exhilarating, confusing, miraculous world, may we offer our comfort to the afflicted, our love to those who are lonely, and our wish for all to be safe. So please rise in body or spirit as we sing our closing song, followed by the postlude, followed by a time of fellowship in Sandburg Hall. If you need to leave during the postlude, please do so quietly so others can enjoy the music. If you want to stick around and sing some more, Sarah has one more song to share with us, but first we're going to sing Longtime Son together.
Yeah, you're all sticking around. I see it. So we'll finish with a song called Land on the Shore. This is a song that originally comes from Baptist singing traditions, but it's kind of as a meeting house, end of the meeting song. The words to the chorus, which you're just going to get to hear a lot, so you can join in as you want, is and we'll land on the shore, and we'll land on the shore, and we'll land on the shore, and be safe forevermore. Let's try that together. And we'll land on the shore, and we'll land on the shore, and we'll land on the shore, and be safe forevermore. Beautiful. Oh, sisters, now our meeting is over. Sisters, we must part. And if I never see you anymore, I'll love you in my heart. And we'll land on the shore, and we'll land on the shore, and we'll land on the shore, and be safe forevermore. I invite you to stand up. Oh, mothers, now our meeting is over. Mothers, we must part. And if I never see you anymore, I'll love you in my heart. And we'll land on the shore, and we'll land on the shore, and we'll Thank you.
Yeah, they're great. You can get kind of low-end ones. This one was like $350. It's stood the test of time pretty well. There's some like maker's mistakes and stuff, but like that's a kind of a decent starting price.